excited for today. Hey, what's up? It's me, Awesome Alley.
And I'm Marisa, and welcome back to 90 Days to Becoming an Awesome Person. Today is day 46. And as always, we are going to start off with our quote of the day.
Thank you. As my sister said, today is day 46. You are more than halfway through your journey, so congratulations. Woo! And second, today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, February 18th, which is today, Raisa and I will be having another interview, so look out for the post. Mark your calendar, set aside some time, around 30 minutes, listen to this interview. It's going to be full of gold. You're going to learn about some event planning, how to run a business, and much more. So today's quote of the day is by Jessica Taylor. She said, "You may not always end up where you thought you were going, but you will always end up where you were meant to be." All right. Once again, you may not always end up where you thought you were going, but you will always end up where you were meant to be. Jessica Taylor. Raisa, what are your quick thoughts on this? What's your perspective and stuff?
Got it. I love this quote. I love this quote because in the last few days, I've been seeing this quote, not the actual words, but the actions of it play out throughout my whole day. Like it, where is it saying? It's like some things aren't meant for you, but the things that are will always be in your path. And I was just telling the same story to one of our business communities where I was saying, I have 3 passions in life. 1, making the world a better place. 2, public speaking. And 3 is film. I love film. I've always wanted to be a film director. And every time that I dropped off one of these passions, like I was just like, it's not going to happen, it always appeared back in my life, no matter what it was. Like, what was it? 5 years of public speaking competitions. I dropped it off for a little bit in high school, ended up getting a bigger stage in a bigger speech at the age of 16. You know what I mean? Like it kept showing up in my life. Film directing. I've always wanted to be a film director. It kind of got lost. Grade 10, I was like, yeah, let's do it again. Went to media arts. What happened? I'm still into film, and making the world a better place has always been there. So it's so true in saying that life will definitely kick you in the right direction or gently push you. I think we were using kind of harsh words there. And there's always going to be these kind of synchronicities when you really heighten your awareness of the universe and of yourself to show that it's so, I was just telling somebody this yesterday too, it's so amazing how the universe works because it's so unique to you. Like it's unique and helps you as an individual, and all of us are unique. So just imagine this higher power and this higher force bends to all of our unique personalities in the world to help you, which is so amazing because that's what it says. Some things aren't meant to be, but if it is, it will be put in your path once again.
And this goes kind of hand in hand with not hand in hand, but kind of similar to the quote, which was by, I believe, Zig Ziglar, who said, "Most opportunities missed by most because it's dressed in overall and looks like work." You got to be aware that whenever you're being pushed in the right direction, be looking out for those opportunities. As Marisa was just doing, she's reflecting back and she's looking at it. She's realized, oh, I'm still in film here. I'm working with TV production. I quit speech competition and ended up getting a massive stage with 500 people at 16 to promote a book and share the stage with one of the greatest speakers of all time. And on top of that, she tried to drop Making the World a Better Place, and it ended up being her whole company, writing her entire book. So being aware of where life's pushing you in and trying to find the opportunities that lie around that, little in that direction, go for it. It's when you try to do something you weren't meant to be, do you find like the most resistance? We are interviewing Speaker Slam, Canada's largest inspirational speaking competition, right? And they were saying, we haven't had any real problems yet. It's just like it was just like meant to be. So like the universe is just aligning, giving us everything. We've had a really great time so far, but no massive challenges. And I was like, awesome. I love to hear that, because they're doing what they're meant to do. So it's just an easier path right now. And even if you are doing what you're supposed to do, you'll still get those bumps in the road sometimes. So once again, if you just joined us, hey, hello. Thank you for your loves and likes. I'm loving it. Grace and I are loving it. So today's quote of the day is, you may not always end up where you thought you were going, but you'll always end up where you were meant to be. Jessica Taylor. All right, so that was your quote of the day on our perspectives and our thoughts on it. Raisa, what is our tip for today?
Okay, so the tip for today is to learn to trust yourself. Getting into a zone of discomfort is a thrilling ride, but it's most definitely worth it. This is where growth happens, and this is from Self-Discipline for Entrepreneurs by Martin Meadows. So with this tip for today, it's saying to learn to trust yourself. And I think that when you learn to trust yourself, you're definitely going to have that feeling of confidence that you can do anything in any situation. And doing that will definitely help you. Like it said, it's from a book called Self-Discipline for Entrepreneurs. So it really increases in that self-discipline.
So
Ali?
being able to learn to trust yourself, very important in business too. Because if you don't trust yourself, then your person's not going to trust yourself. If you don't have enough confidence in yourself, then that person's not going to have enough confidence in yourself. You first have to sell your idea. You have to first sell yourself, your idea, and your capabilities, your production, everything that has a moving piece. You have to be able to sell yourself on that. That's saying you're enough, you can manage it. Even if it's a massive goal, you never let your confidence or if your lack of confidence get in the way of that. You gotta convince yourself, because if you're not convinced, then that other person will not be convinced to the degree that you are not. So if Raisa has, let's say, she's 50-50, and that person's going to be a 50-50. And also learning to trust yourself also builds up on your, because not intuition, but your self-esteem and things. Because when you start to say, all right, I trust myself, this is what the right thing is going to do, and let's say you win at that, right? Or let's say you're going in a basketball game, right? You've seen so many shot clock buzzers before, right? So that person has to have enough trust and confidence in themselves that over the thousands of shots they've made while practicing, that the second this teammate passes the ball, they gotta lock in and pop the ball off and get it into the net. They have enough trust in themselves, and this builds up their momentum, and also builds up their confidence for the next time and the next time. And an interesting fact alongside of this, in the NBA now, you'll see when a good player, let's say for like Stephen Curry or LeBron James, tries to go for an easy layup at the end, the whistle gets called, foul or whatever, and they try to go for a quick layup, you'll see that now sometimes other players will come in and block that, even though it doesn't even matter, because there's a report saying this actually messes with their mental faculty of trying to get those easy wins in, right? Because now they're trying to build up. It's heated. They want to trust themselves more to make those shots. So would they go for an easy one to give them that boost, right? But so when someone blocks it, it crushes them, and it puts them back in that state where you want them in a high pressure situation. Not where they want to be, but where the other team wants them. So I want to make that clear there. So if you just joined us, once again, the tip for today is what, Raisa?
The tip for today is, you may not always end up where you thought. Oh, sorry. That's the quote. The tip for today is, learn to trust yourself. Getting into a zone of discomfort is a thrilling ride, but it's definitely worth it, because this is where growth happens. And this was from Self-Discipline by Martin Meadows. So you already know the tip, and you already know the quote of the day.
So thank you for joining us. Make sure to grab your free 30-day journal PDF by clicking the link in our bio, on Instagram, on Facebook, in the description, YouTube in the description. Grab that. Join us on your journey. We got 44 days left to the end of this journey, and who knows what might be at the end of the tunnel. Thank you for joining us once again. This was presented by APSO. Awesome people,
shaping our world.
Remember, you are awesome,
and you can make the world a better place. Bye.